Okay, even though I'm up at 3:13 in the morning when I have to get up and do snow emergency, if people would have been paying attention, they would know that I was in bed because I've been working early to go do snow plowing. I had to do a snow emergency, so I'm laying there asleep, get up early, and my phone starts Facebook ringing. It was Carla. I said I'm in bed. I'm in bed. I'm in bed. So I started to text with her back and forth, and we're trying to talk a little bit. I told her I'm in bed. All right, I have to get up and actually go to work, and my phone's going off, and now she wants to talk to me. The other day, she ignored the fuck out of me when I was trying to talk to her before this became a big old fight. She was ignoring me, and so I just got off the text with her. Okay, here's the bottom line. This is the bottom line. You chose to chastise me and call me out publicly. Then you expected me not to react to that. Then Miss B and Samara set up on the panel and said he said this and he did this and you sat and fucking lied. I took all the videos down that were up about you. I put a sweet video up about friendship. That was for you, Carla. I put that up. I said at the end of it, if you'd read it, you are free. I had no intention of ever arguing with you about it again. And I thought that I could come in here, chat, and have a normal conversation. Carla says, you tried to make that my chat about you. You started yelling at me, Carla. You started. You said, I'm not his mommy. I'm not his mommy. You know, snapping at me. Miss B corrected you twice. Okay. This is what you have to remember, Carla. You chose to call me out publicly about a fight that had nothing to fucking do with you. It had nothing to do with you. I'm not going to listen to anybody tell me that my son is being pinned down and raped. And if they say that, that's like me telling you your son is going to die of an overdose. I'm not going to sit and listen to somebody tell me that my son is going to be pinned down and raped. I'm going to come back and say something to him. And you didn't like what I had to say. You didn't hear the fight. You just automatically decided to go at me publicly. Okay, that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to go at me publicly. Behind the scenes, Miss Samara and Miss B were telling me how wrong you were, but publicly they're up on the panel saying how wrong I am. Up there lying and lying and lying. Carla asked me, did I want to fix this friendship? I said no. I said no. If you want to call me out for my behavior, Carla, you need to realize that you can be called out for yours. And this thing with Richard Groiper, okay? This thing, he is a known racist, okay? Samara supports a known racist, all right? That's much worse than me snapping at somebody who came to me saying bad things were happening to my child. And I'll give you another thing. How many times have we heard on Carlos' panel, don't talk about kids, don't talk about kids, don't talk about kids. And Miss B, no matter who it was, Susan or anybody else, was talking about her kids and her parenting. Nobody said to her, don't talk about kids. But you know what? You chose to call me out publicly, Carla. You chose it. You could have handled this in Discord. One of your problems is you keep kind of telling on yourself. One of your problems is that you're too busy over at Molly's. You said that. Molly you don't see me in Molly's during my work hours. You don't see me in your chat during my work hours. I work during the day. Molly's on at night. You're not on at night. You guys, it always somehow this argument, one of you always mentions Molly or Laura. The problem is you guys don't like Molly or Laura, and you don't, no, you can't have me over there. That's what the problem is. Here, the thing of it is, I wasn't bothering you, Carla. I wasn't coming at you. I was coming at Vinny, and you chose to call me out publicly. You might as well say, well, you can't defend your son, Brian, when somebody says they're going to rape him. I gave it back to him the same way he gave it to me. And then he kept saying, it's so hard to be your friend, is what you said on panel. But today you're asking me to fix it. I don't want to fix it. You show me who you are. I am done. You got a right to get up on your panel and talk when you want to, don't you? I am done. I was done with it today. Look, you kept blowing up my phone when I told you I was in bed. Now all of a sudden you want to talk to me when it's your time. You get blown up my phone, tell me I'm in bed. But the other day when I wanted to talk to you, I'm like, Carla, please, talk to me. What's going on? You didn't want to talk to me. Now that it's convenient for fucking you, right? Now you want to talk to me after you let people sit up on your fucking panel and drag the fuck out of me. Now you want to talk to me. Now you want to fix it. This is how you fix it. This is how you fix it. People cannot call me out on shit. People cannot sit and drag me on shit and expect me or anyone else not to come back. I didn't make 15 videos. No, I responded to every fucking video you made. Every video that you made. You didn't wake up one day and Brian's all of a sudden making videos about you. Who dragged me? Samara did. Miss B did. He won't fight with a man. He won't fight with a man. The fuck I won't. I'll fight with any man. Up there just degrading me. It's so hard to be your friend. It's so hard. If it's so fucking hard to be my friend, why are you asking to fix it? That's what you said the other day. Remember, Carla, you chose to call me out publicly. That was your choice. And what do you expect me to say after you said that? What do you expect me to say? What you did to Vinny was disgusting. I'm listening to somebody somebody supposed to be my friend tell me how disgusting I was towards Vinny when they didn't hear the disgusting shit that fucker was saying to me. Talking about my wife. Talking about me being a cuck. Talking about my son left and right. But what I said to Vinny was disgusting. You didn't hear the whole conversation. That fight had nothing to do with you. I'm going to tell you, this is what I tell people. Carla says she uploaded that because she didn't want people coming at her because of Brian's behavior. The only people that came at her was Miss B and Samara. They said so. Yes, you did. I don't want people coming at me because of Brian's behavior. Well, here's your deal. I put up the racist video that Richard Groyper had. Your mod, your friend, supports a fucking racist. Your friend Samara supports a racist. When I discussed that video with them about and showed that video of the stuff that Richard Groyper does, you know what Samara said? He's just joking. That's just his shtick. And then I hear, he's not a mod now. He was a mod before I put that video up. You took his wrench because of that video. Because of the video I put up. But Samara's sitting right here supporting a fucking racist. Do I have to put that video back up? If you see Samara over in Richard Groyper's chat now, right? Now that I've shown what a racist he is in his own words, that means Samara supports a racist. Carla, would you want to be associated? I mean, people might come at you because your mod, your friend, supports a racist, right? They might come at you for that, right? Because that's what you said. You said you called me out because you don't want people coming at you for my behavior. Well, I've proved that you got worse things in your chats and your mods to worry about. A known racist. That video that I put up, you've called him out. I've called him out. But Samara supports a known racist. What are you going to do about that? I mean, your mod supports a known racist. Wouldn't want that to come back on you, just like you wouldn't want it to come back on me what I said to Vinny. So what are you going to do about that? Because if you support someone that supports a known racist, you must be okay with racism. Honest to God, people, that video that I put up about Richard Groyper that showed it in his own words and his own video that he is a racist, pure racist. When I talked to Samara about it, who is his friend, and Miss B was sitting right there when this happened, she said, he's only joking. That's just his shtick. And I said, well, you know what? When I said that to Vinny, I was just joking. That was just my shtick. It's not the same thing, Brian. It's not the same thing. Yeah, it's not the same thing because he is a racist. So since you called me out for my behavior and how it might come back to you about who you have, you don't want nobody to support you. Your mod, Samara, supports a known racist. known racist. Were you there when me and Vinny were fighting? Were you on my live when I was fighting with Vinny? Was you there on my live when I was fighting with Vinny? Was you there? No, you weren't here when I was fighting with Vinny. But now, yeah, you keep saying, was I there? No, you wasn't there. But now, just like Miss B came to you and said, hey, Brian's over here saying bad things about Vinny. Maybe you need to address that. Well, I'm not only going to tell you that you have somebody who supports a known racist in your chat at Holds a Wrench. Samara holds a wrench, and she validated a known racist. Known racist. Remember the White National Front uses Pepe the Frog as a symbol. Pepe the Frog is a symbol of the White National Front. The name Richard Groyper is from Richard Spencer, who runs the White National Front. The N-word being thrown around, disabled people cracked on, victims of crime. You know, when the Abby, I put up the Gabby Petito picture that Richard Groyper called her Abby Potato. You know what they said over there in their life? Brian, you need to take that down. Brian, you have to take that down. Tell Richard he needs to fucking take it down because it's his post. What's it about? I don't know who Tasha Teeling is. No. What you did to me was fucking wrong, Carla. Period. It was wrong. You just get mad because I go over to Molly's. You know how many times you guys have mentioned Molly during this fight? Molly? Well, he's too busy over at Molly's. He's too busy over at Laura. And then Miss B said I was in Two Tacos causing trouble. I was not in Two Tacos causing trouble. I was in Two Tacos talking to Two Tacos. Then she said, well, and then he was so busy he had to go over to Laura's start trouble. I didn't start no trouble in fucking Laura's. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. Because I'm going to tell you what, Samara caused more trouble for you than you need. Because your idea was that you needed to call me out for my behavior because you didn't want it to come back on you, right? Yeah, I like Two Tacos. I care about Two Tacos. Let me tell you something. You tried to call me out for my behavior. I'm making it known publicly, that your mod supports a known racist. If you want to say, well, he said some bad things to Vinny and we need to call him out, and I can't have you talking in my chat. I'm gonna take your little wrench, and I just can't. Well, do you support racism, Carla? Do you support racism? What do you think about people that support race? Okay, just answer this question. Tell me what you think about people who support and encourage racist. Tell me. What do you think about that? Can you make a video about that? Because you made a video about how you felt I was saying things wrong. Now we've made it known, and I've proved it. That your mod supports a known racist. Yes, I've been called a racist. I sure have. But you don't have videos of me proving it like we do Richard Groyper. What do you think? This is it. Look, you want to end this? You want to end this whole fight today? Tell me what you think of people who support known racists who are members of the White National Front. I'll wait for your answer. Do you think that could reflect on you? Because if you support someone that supports racism, then you could be accused of being a racist too, Carla. Wouldn't want that to happen. Wouldn't want people to come at you about that, right? Answer that question. What do you think? Okay, Samara's your friend. So if they're your friend, it's okay if they support people that are members of the White National Front who make just look at my community post. Look at my community post. So if she's your friend, you know what? Here's the problem. You saw me cussing at Vinny, right? And if somebody said to you, Bryan was cussing at Vinny that way, you know what I'm saying? You know what you should have said? Bryan's my friend. I don't care what he does, because that's what you just did right here. That's what you just did right here. That's what you just did. So if somebody came to you and said, you know what, Bryan was talking really bad about Vinny, what are you going to do about that? You should have gave them the same answer. You should have said, Bryan's my friend. What do you think, Carl? This is just, what do you think? I'm not yelling. Here, I'll move the mic away from me. This is, what do you think about people who support and encourage white supremacy and racism? What do you think about that? You want to come up on a panel and tell me what you think about that? Yeah, it matters. Yeah, it matters. Because you sat up there and said you couldn't support me defending myself against somebody who was coming at my kids. You said, I can't support that. You said, I can't support that. I'm not taking your wrench. Yeah, well, who cares? I didn't know you had one. You told everybody in YouTube that you can't support me for defending myself against a man that had absolutely nothing. I don't know. Had absolutely. I see you, actual black guy. Hold on. That fight with me and Vinny had nothing to do with you, and you said you can't support that. Are you telling me that you can support someone who supports racism? Can you do that? You can support somebody that supports a known racist, but when I argue with Vinny to defend myself, my child, you can't support that. Is this where Carla gets real quiet? You chose to call me out publicly, didn't you? You chose the wrong one. She does support him. That video that I put up that showed all of his racist bullshit that he can't deny, you know what she said? She said that he's just joking. That's his shtick. She said that's his shtick. He's just joking. That means she dismissed his racist behavior and said, oh, he's just kidding. Do you think John Crimes would think he was just kidding? Do you think any other of these African Americans right here think he's just kidding? Okay, so tell me, what do you think of people who support members of the White National Front that say racist things and make jokes about the disabled? What do you think about people who support and encourage that kind of behavior? Because that's what Samara does. Samara said he was just joking. I don't know you, actual black guy. Samara said, yes, I did. I sure the fuck did. I'm going to tell you why I threw watermelons in the chat when they were talking about, I wasn't talking about John Crimes. I'm going to tell you why I threw watermelons in the chat. Because John Crimes told me, suck my dick, nigga. And when he said that to me, when he said to me, suck my dick, nigga, to me, I told him, go have a watermelon, boy. Because if you're going to throw some old racist bullshit at me and call me a nigga, then I'm going to throw it right back at you. That was 3 years ago. That made me fucking racist. And I wasn't the only one throwing watermelons. John Crimes is like the most racist motherfucker on here. Everybody's a racist. But I'm going to tell you what. If you guys don't like the word, if black folks don't like the word N-I-G-G-A, then don't call me that. I don't want to hear that. Don't call me that. That's okay. Yes, I did say it. No. I didn't say the N word. I said nigga. You ain't going to play this shit on me. You ain't going to try and spin this shit around on me. Anybody that disagrees with John Crimes is a racist. That's his shtick. Everybody knows that. But anyways, Carla. No. They can try and play this shit on me. Because I'll put that Richard Royper video back up so they understand exactly who I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck about no cultural appropriation. What do you mean, how could I? I didn't know. If you don't like that word being used at you, then don't throw it at other people. That's my point. He told me that. I still want to know, Carla, you're not going to derail this. I still want to know, Carla, what you think about people who support actual racism, people who are members of white supremacy groups. Why would you be offended? What do you think about people who support real racists? What do you think about it? Come on, you gave your opinion. You gave your opinion about how you couldn't support me because I was arguing with somebody else. What's your opinion about people who support pure and outright racism? And you're talking to a guy who went to KKK rallies, anti-KKK rallies, stood up against the hate group, and ran them out of my town. That was all on video, actual black guy. Bright Wing, that was also all on video. So get the fuck out of here with your bullshit. Yeah. No. I'm going to keep you in this chat. Let me tell you something. You had no problem calling out my behavior. He said, you can't support me saying those nasty things. If you could just answer one question. What do you think about people who support known racists? Prove it. Prove what? Everybody saw the video. No, I can't talk to you. No, you didn't want to talk to me the other day. You kept saying, come back. When I came back, you didn't want to talk to me. Carla, here's the reason why you can't answer that question. Because if you can't support my bad mouth, but you can support someone that supports a racist, dude, okay, look. Get the fuck out of here. Answer the question. What do you think? Because you told everybody what you thought about what I had to say and how you can't support that. What do you think about someone who supports a known racist? Because this is what it's going to be. You got Samara over there modding. She supports a known racist. And you called me out for my behavior. You called me out for my behavior. Well, now I'm calling you out for yours. But Carla's going to be known as the person that supports somebody who supports racism. Samara supports blatant racism. She's in your chat, has a wrench. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, Carla? What are you going to do about that person that holds a wrench in your chat that blatantly supports racism? What are you going to do about that? You going to call her out publicly? You going to call it out publicly and say, look, I just can't support somebody that supports racism. I'm going to have to take your wrench, but you can come to my chat tomorrow, but just don't talk. You notice how Carla cannot answer that question. The reason she cannot answer that question is because it shows her hypocrisy. It shows her hypocrisy. That's why. She was in here. Exactly. And that's a good point. Okay, BSJ, let's be rational for a second. Just because Samara supports Rupert doesn't mean that she supports everything he does. Well, what she did was she made excuses for it. I put up this video that showed him blatantly using the N-word, blatantly laughing at Black Lives Matter people that got shot, blatantly using the N-word over and over and over again, making jokes about George Floyd and his death. Blatantly. That video was up. And when Samara was aware of it, she said, he's just joking. He doesn't mean it. It's just his shtick. If she doesn't support everything that he does, then why does she pop up and make a video about, hey, Richard, you're my friend and all, but you're saying these racist things around here, and it might come back on me, so I need to call you out publicly. That's what Carla did to me. I wasn't joking. What do you mean? What do you mean, Brightwing? I never said I wasn't joking. I wasn't joking about nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. So, Carla, yeah, there is just one more thing that I never really got the answer to. What do you think of people who support known racists? Blatant racists. What do you think of those kind of people? Do they encourage racism by saying, oh, it's just a joke? He's just joking. Do you think people that support racists encourage racism? No, I wasn't joking. And I didn't do it behind the scenes. I wasn't joking. Brightwing, I don't think you've seen Richard Groper's video to make these comments. She does not support racism. Well, okay, this is what I'm gonna do right now then. Let me go ahead and YouTube. Let me go ahead. Wait a minute. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. In the morning, I'm putting the Richard Groper video back up. I'm putting it back up. Okay? And when you look at that video and you see the stuff that he said, just remember, and Misbehaving was there, just remember that when it comes to that, Samara said he's just joking. That's his shtick. She supported it. She didn't say, oh my God, that Richard, he really should stop doing that. No, she supported that. And then when I talked to her about him changing the name of Gabby Petito to Abby Potato, you know, the murder victim that was killed by her boyfriend left in the desert, she also said he was just joking about that. But let's go after Molly for messing with crime victims. Oh, I want to make it clear that you have no problem giving a wrench and keeping a wrench to somebody that supports a known racist. Oh, it's terrible. I just don't understand why you called Samara out for supporting a racist, because she does support it. When you make excuses for blatant racism, you are supporting it. Because Samara is a part of it. It was between me. It was something that Carla said that she didn't like, and Samara honed in on it. If Carla was worried about what I was saying would come back to her, then Samara shouldn't have got in it. It should have been between me and Carla. You're absolutely right. Carla shouldn't have had Miss B and Samara to back her up. Now the bottom line is this. You're not going to sit over on your panel and you and your friends act like I'm the scum of the fucking earth over here because I defended somebody saying something to my family about my family. You're not going to sit over there and act like I'm the scum of the earth over there. And then at 2 o'clock in the morning start blowing up my fucking phone because you want to fix the friendship. I think, yeah, I know it wasn't about me. Until you keep saying it wasn't about me. Damn, that is so fucking frustrating. You made it about me. Again. Well, we know that Richard Groper is a member of a white supremacy group. We know that. Because you keep saying that video wasn't about you. I know that video wasn't about me. When I came over there, I was in the chat just talking. I had nothing to say. And then you came at me once and I said, are we going to do this again? You made it about me. It's very frustrating when somebody doesn't get it. You started talking about me. So, Carla, you go on with your life over there. Support your person that supports racism. She supports a racist. He's probably one of the only real racists on here. She's probably the only real. But you go on over there. You be worried about what Bryan's doing, and you call Bryan out publicly while your fucking mod has a wrench supports a known racist. That's the hypocrisy. There's the hypocrisy. And why didn't you step up when Miss B started talking about somebody's kids on your panel? You said that to me and everybody else. Now, let's not talk about kids. Let's not talk about kids. That's Irish MA. I don't know who that is. Yeah, she was a rogue mod. She came in my chat. Carla, if I find out that you're deleting comments in here with that wrench, I'm going to blow your ass away. If I find out, because I can go back and find out, I'll find out you timed out Irish girl in here. I'll tell you what. You sit and belittled me and degraded me for a couple days, you and your buddies over there, and then you're just blowing my phone up. You want to talk to me now. I know how you want to fucking talk to me. Because you know that I got the dirt on you. You know that I could call out your behavior just like you did mine anytime. You know that I could drop things on you anytime. Remember, you chose to call out my behavior. You took my wrench. You chose to call out my behavior. What a bad person I am for some of the things I say. You don't throw dirt on people publicly when those people have dirt on you. You should have never done that. You should never call me out publicly. That's when somebody calls me out publicly like that. To me, it's like they're challenging me to a fight. They're challenging me to defend myself. No, Carl, you said you were done, and you asked me how we can fix this, and do I want to fix this? And I told you no. I told you no, I don't want to fix this. You showed me who you are. You chose to call me out publicly when you got other problems around your chat. That's worse than my behavior. I don't want to be your friend, Carla. You lost a friend over this one. You won't catch me in your fucking chat again. And if I hear my fucking name, look, I'm going to drop some videos. Okay? I've got a right to defend myself against people who call me out publicly. I've got enough where I could drop a video this day, and let's talk about that Carla did. And then next week, let's drop this. Let's talk about what Carla did. Here's this person was worried about what somebody might think about me. Right? Let's talk about it. You remember this, Carla. Remember this. Remember this. Today, I tried to drop it all. I took those videos down and I thought maybe I could come on over into your chat and just forget it all happened. But you brought it back up again. You need to go back and look at that live. That live wasn't about you, Bryan. I know it wasn't about me. I was over there I was just going to let it go. Let all of it go. And then you decided to snap at me. I'm not his mommy. I'm not his mommy. You should have never fucking said that. No, it ain't dropped. I have issues with people who want to call me out publicly. When there's a chat with a couple hundred people in it, and that person decides, hey, Bryan, why'd you do this? I don't like that shit. A real friend will come to you behind the scenes and say, hey, man, what's up? You can call me out publicly and snap at me publicly. I'm not here for anybody to chastise me. If somebody chastises me, they might get away with it once or twice. But after that, you're not my friend. You're not going to chastise me publicly. Sorry. Especially when when the stuff that you're doing is worse than me. People don't call me out publicly. I don't like that. Whenever someone has called me out publicly, I've always reached them and said, why did you call me out publicly? Why did you do that? I don't like that. That's not how you treat people that are your friend. You don't call them out publicly. You don't put them on Front Street. That's called putting someone on Front Street. Hi, Eritrea. I don't like that. And whenever somebody's done that to me, that's they won't get a chance to do it again. I don't care who it is. I've had it happen a couple different times. Somebody wants to call me out publicly, and then when I retaliate, oh my God, that Bryan is so relentless. Well, you fucking started it. I'm 54 years old. You didn't have to scold me. Corn Pop was a bad dude. You don't need to call people out publicly like that. I tell you what, Eritrea did it to me. Called me out publicly. I asked her why she did that. And they say, well, I just didn't like it. So that, and Eritrea is like one of my favorite people to go listen to go see. And she called me out publicly. We had a little bit of word, and I just don't like being called out publicly. If you want to talk to me, you consider my friend, there's an email. And so since Eritrea did that, I don't frequent her chats as much. I don't like that. Oh, yeah, you snapped at me on Wendy V's. Yes, you did. You said something I did. You said, Bryan, why would you do that? That's not a very good look on you in a chat. You know what? Okay. Doesn't make me mad at you. Yeah, I did take it personally because if you were looking out for me, if this is the way, like when I'm looking out for somebody at Eritrea, I'll mail them and say, hey, man, let me look out for you. Because if I do it on a panel and there's 500 people watching, it looks like you're chastising me. So that just kind of made, I was like, okay, well, that's I'm 54 fucking years old. I don't need nobody to chastise me. I don't need to stand in the corner. I don't need wax. I don't need nobody to pull down my little panties to give me wax. I don't need that. You're good. You're good, though. I mean, I don't hate you or nothing. I don't expect people to call me out publicly like that. I don't like that. And Richard, you've never been you're like one of my favorite people on here. Always have been. I just love the way you talk. I love how smart you are and all that. But when somebody embarrasses you publicly, that's embarrassing. When they do that to you publicly, it makes you kind of just okay. Maybe I just stay away from over there, so they can't do it again. That's all. But anyways, Carla, I can see that you could not answer the question of what you think about someone who supports a member of the White National Front, a known racist. You couldn't answer what you think of somebody that supports that. But to the community, you had no problem with saying that you didn't support me when I said something wrong. That was worth you taking my wrench, telling me not to come in the chat, not talking to me. That was worth that. But the reason that you can't answer the question is, do you support people who support racists? Is because you actually do. Her name is Samara. That's her mod. And if I wanted to, I can let the whole YouTube community know about Richard and Samara and who Carla supports. Because that's what she wanted to do to me. Carla, you're not my friend. I don't want to talk to you again. Please don't blow up my phone. Please don't. And know that when your chat talks about me or you talk about me, there's going to be a backlash. You lost a friend because you keep telling me, I heard this and I heard you did that and I heard this. You have a problem with hearing shit. You lost a friend over that. Think about that. You're good to reach you. That had nothing to do with the walk with Christ. Let me tell you something. This is what I get sick of fucking hearing. Okay? Jesus does not pick perfect people. His disciples were murderers, tax collectors, liars, and thieves. Jesus works on people who are sick, people who need it. And it's not an overnight thing, and they're always going to be in the flesh. Let me give you an example. Doctors don't need people to come see them that are well. They need sick people. So, he who is without sin, Eritrea, may they cast that first stone. When was the last time you went to church? Okay? I'm trying. Ain't nobody, look, I can sit here and say F this and F that and blah, blah, blah. I can also say I love Jesus. And that's all I've said. Did you listen to everything that your parents said? Because he's our father. Did you listen to everything that your parents said to you when you were growing up? No, you didn't listen to everything. Did you? You're such a shithead. But when you made that call out, you didn't say anything about my walk with Christ. You just said it wasn't a good look on me. You didn't say, "Hey, Brian, no." People expect that. Hey, I'm going to church now, and I gave my heart to Jesus, and tomorrow I'm going to change into this whole new person. I'm never gonna fail again. I'm never gonna sin. No. Do you think that something comes over you and you just become holier than thou? Hell, even Stellar curses, and he was a deacon. Stellar gets mad. He was a deacon. We are people. I get so tired of hearing that shit. But that's okay. That's okay. Artria. Yeah, I love you more than anything, girl. I'm not mad at you. I think you're like one of the most reasonable and sensible people on here. I didn't hear it. Well, okay. If she mentioned my walk with Christ when she was calling me out, you have to live by every word that's in the scripture, every word alone. And what the scripture says, judge not lest ye be judged. So if Eritrea was judging me based on something that I had to say, that she was going against what the Bible said, because it says, judge not lest ye be judged. No, I mean, seriously. I love Eritrea. I would just melt when I seen her go live. I come over there to see her. It's not a crush thing. I mean, nobody knows what she looks like. I like her personality. I like her character. I like the way she talks with intelligence. I like how she's able to hold an intelligent conversation with anybody. That's what I like about her. Or something like that. Yeah, but you're high in the church, and every now and then you'll get mad and swear. It doesn't make us perfect people. Just because you give your heart to Jesus doesn't make you a perfect person. It doesn't. As a matter of fact, as soon as you give your heart to Jesus, and the devil sees that, he starts to work on you more because he don't want that. Now, you know what, Right Wing? Here's the thing. The only thing that's an embarrassment for me is something that I'm embarrassed of. I don't feel embarrassed. I don't need people calling me out. Right. But still, here's the thing. People kind of think, absolutely, Richie. I love you, girl. You did that publicly. That's all. No offense. No. Carl and I are going to be okay. But people really do seem to think that just because you give your heart to Jesus, the next day you're going to become this perfect person and everything. Your life is going to get better and you're going to get riches. No, it's not. It's even harder after you give your heart to Jesus. It's even harder. Because that's when the world starts to work on you. The devil doesn't want to lose his child. And if you're not with Jesus, you're against him. It's either or. If you're not with God, then you're with the devil, according to the Bible. So when you slide over from the devil and you go to Jesus, the devil starts working on you more. Before I judge him, you know what I'm standing up for? You know what I'm standing up for regarding Richard Draper? All the people he makes jokes about. An entire race of people. Entire people he hadn't even met. Yeah. Carla cares. Carla cares enough about me to fire up her live and drag me along with two of her buddies. That's how much she cared. I couldn't believe it when you said, I'm not his mommy. If you're not my mommy, then don't worry about what I'm doing on my channel or who I'm fighting with on my channel. It's not up to you to fire up live and try and correct me, mommy. Were you supposed to be my friend? I would have never did that shit to you. I would have never fired up a live and started on you. I would have never said, you know what you did, it's worth me pulling your wrench and telling you, this is what you told me. This is what you told me, Carla. You said you were going to pull my wrench. It was no big deal because I never used it over there anyway. But it's when a friend takes a friend's wrench, it's like, fuck you. But you said, you can come to my chat, but just don't talk. You're welcome to be around me, but I don't want people to know you're there. That's what you said to me, Carla. Did you not say that? You're welcome to my chat, but just don't talk. Did you or did you not say that to me? It's like, we'll be friends, and I'm good enough to say I'm your friend, but I don't want everybody to know we're friends. I don't want you to talk in my chat. Yeah. I don't want you to talk in my chat because I don't want people to know you're there. That's how much you fucking care. And when you said that, you said, I have to take your wrench, Brian. I said, hey, okay. And then you said, you can come in my chat, but just don't say anything. That's when I left your Discord. That's when I left. Can you imagine hearing that from somebody that's supposed to be your friend? I want to be around you. You can be around me, but I don't want nobody else to know you're there. That's how much I care about you. You imagine that? And a day before she did that video, everything between me and Carla and Miss B and Samara was fine. There was no, we tried to talk to him about it behind the scenes. No. Nobody talked to me about the video I made about Vinny behind the scenes. Nobody did. None of them. It just came out of the blue. I'm not going to listen to somebody tell me that my son's being pinned down and being raped. I'm sorry. And then the other day, you didn't want to talk to me. Didn't want to talk to me. And today at 2 o'clock in the morning, you start blowing up my phone. Now it's convenient for you. If you're watching my videos, you know that I'm on a snow emergency and I'm getting up early in the morning to go run the snow plows for my county. But you don't watch my videos. But you care about me so much, you don't know what the doctor said to me the other day because you don't watch my videos. You didn't know that I was having a financial issue over here and asked the community for help. And they helped me. None of the people that claim they're my huge friends of mine helped me. None of them. It was people that I'm associated with that I consider friendly to me. But none of these people. Miss B didn't know it. Miss Carla didn't know it. Laura didn't know it. Molly didn't. Nobody. And I asked Carla, I said, did you see my video about the doctor? No, I didn't see it. She didn't see it. And Miss B keeps saying that she's not here for the drama. She don't want the drama, but she's sure dragging Susan. If you guys noticed that on that panel today, Miss B was actually talking about someone's children. And that's one of the things in the past that where Carla would say, no kids, don't talk about kids. But when Miss B does it, that's okay. Susan up and left, as far as I know. She haven't left. Whistledown wants to speak to me. I'm interested in hearing what Whistledown has to say because I didn't fight with her. I'm interested in hearing what she has to say. You're a loyal subscriber and you watch all of my AdSense commercials without skipping through. Hey, Nick, I'm not monetized. There's no, if you're watching videos that go all the way through, my channel's not monetized. That's how dumb people that make up names like this one, that this guy that I've got on my screen, that's how dumb people who make up names like this are. I'm a loyal subscriber and I watch all of your AdSense commercials without skipping. I'm not monetized, dumbass. Your fucking racist ass out of here. Who's it? I see a Tiff. Wait a minute. Okay, he's talking to somebody else. The wicked Tiff of Westerly. My videos are not in the top 200. Still are. Yeah, you're all right. You're all right. This is like this on my screen right here. This is what Richard Groyper does. Whoever made this screen name up right here that I'm circling is a fucking racist. But they're not man enough to step up and say what it is they don't like. They want to go behind the scenes and make up little fucking names like this because that's a pussy. That's a pussy right there. I think it's funny to make up names like this one right here because I'm really a racist in disguise. That's a pussy. I'll tell you what, if I was a racist, I would be very blatant about it, just like Richard is. I would be very blatant about it because if I feel a passion for something, I speak up. I wouldn't be in little punk ass names like this one right here I'm circling on my screen. That's up on my screen right here. I don't know. I don't know if that's Tiff or not. Is somebody doxing her where she lives or not? I haven't seen. I'm gonna block it. So, but anyways, the only reason I'm up here and I'm throwing a fit is because my Facebook my iPhone next to my bed, it starts going off, it starts ringing at about 1:30, and I seen that it was Carla, and I didn't get rude to her. I just said I'm in bed. All right, and I put it back down. 2 minutes later, it started ringing again and again. It said I'm in bed, and I put it back down. And then there was a message that came through that I didn't look at because I went to lay back down. And then it rang. So it was 3 times that I had to tell her that I was in bed. She didn't want to talk to me at all the other day. But now she's not going to listen to I'm in bed. She kept on and kept on and kept on. Now she wants to talk to me all of a sudden. She wants to talk to me a lot. She really wants to talk to me. Is it that you want to talk to me because you want to fix the friendship? Or is it that you want to talk to me before I call you out publicly, about your behavior, just like you did to me? Are we worried? Are you worried a little bit, Carla? I mean, did you have fun calling me out publicly? Did you and Samara and Miss B have fun with the whole panel? My turn, that video, my turn. Did you have fun making fun of me and saying things that I wasn't doing? And did you have fun doing that? Was it worth it? Was it worth it to do that? Was it worth it to call out my behavior? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? Because Samara and Miss B don't know the things that you've been saying to me. They don't know the stuff that you do to me, and they're very defending you. Just ask yourself this, Carla, in the long run. 1, you lost a friend. For 2, I want you to reflect on this. Was it worth it to attempt to call me out publicly on my behavior? At least you had an actual black guy in here. Well, I actually had an African American on my panel earlier today, who has clearly said that, I'm not a fucking racist. I might be an asshole though. I could be an asshole, but I'm not a racist. I don't wake up in the morning and think, what kind of N-word joke? Let me go look at Black Lives Matter, see if any of them got shot, so I can make a post about it and laugh, like Richard did. Yeah, this is what you need to ask yourself over the next few. Because I told you, our friendship's over. You won't catch me in your chat again. That's done. When one day everything's fine, the next day I got all 3 of you chewing my ass and dragging on me and shit. Samara decided to call me out, so I'm gonna call her out. When I see her in Richard Groyper's chats, I'm going to put Richard's video up and I'm going to say Samara supports this and she's a mod for Carla. I'm going to do to you what you did to me, Carla, without calling you names. And she goes, well, you called Miss B a bitch ass. I sure did. But she said, Bryan won't fight with a man. He won't fight with a man. I don't know, Elizabeth. This is going to be the big one. Just ask yourself, Carla, was it worth it to call me out like that? Was it worth it to put your opinion public like that about? I mean, you had to show YouTube my behavior, didn't you? You felt like you were going to show YouTube my behavior. And then there's nothing wrong with me showing YouTube yours. Y'all have a good night. Carla, please don't call me at 1 o'clock in the morning again. Y'all have a good night.